Fuck the international break. We back, bitches!
I hate international football. It's the worst. Well,
So bad.
in the middle of the Prem season. It's
How dare they?
I fucking hate it.
They bring
So
us in
early
for
as
like
well.
4 game weeks, and then out of nowhere, it's like, all right, have a break.
Yeah. I don't need a break.
I'm not ready.
Been on hiatus for months.
I'm just getting my form, baby.
I know. All
Pick it
that
up.
data. We're getting data.
We're getting data.
I mean, we get a little bit of data from the international
Crunch it.
break. Get a little bit of data.
We do, but it's it's a bit tricky when it's against random teams.
Yeah.
Some of-
Lithuania.
yeah, it's Lithuania. Lithuania who?
I just came up with that. Or sorry to any Lithuanian fans.
But who are you?
Yeah, but we do want to know more about you. So please send us messages.
Where is your country?
That is a fair question. Europe.
Yeah.
Eastern Europe somewhere.
Eastern Europe. Yeah.
Tucked in there.
Yeah. Look, someone should Google it. Hito, you're the stat guy. Find out
Where is
what's going on in Lithuania.
What's it GDP?
Their GDP. All right. Well, welcome back to Draft Boys, the FBL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Miley G, Hito, myself, Whitey. Lads, how we doing?
I'm feeling a bit better now we've started. I was falling asleep on Hito's couch before we got
He
going.
was cuddling a fucking
know,
pillow
mate.
when I got here, like spooning it.
You
I've
must
had a
have
long weekend. All
You
right.
must have celebrated really hard after our golf round.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
worn yourself out. Whereas I was just sitting up all night staring at myself in the mirror being like, you're fucking better than that.
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Well, it was the first time in about, 4 years that Whitey and I have been on a team together,
Yeah.
which felt very weird.
Yeah, it felt wrong, but
Yeah.
then it did feel so right.
We crushed it.
We did crush them. I mean, it was kind of like the thing was like first 2 holes, birdie, par. It was
Yeah.
like all points our way, and the boys just crumpled from there. They never came back.
Yeah,
we
they-
crushed their spirit.
look, it was valiant for a while until Turi started having a tantrum after each tee
Yeah, one
shot.
of our old mates. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, he did. He threw a few putters. He's not known for his putting prowess.
The best was when he threw the putter and it landed on the green and took the huge divot. I was like, bro,
I know.
get some respect.
I know. Remember we did it and it landed in front of the hole just before I put. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, Hito, honestly, I think you need to do better with your teammates. You got to pick
Okay.
better.
The
Mate, I
ball
was
throw.
busy trying to make myself play a little
Yeah.
bit better. I couldn't
Yeah.
focus on anyone else.
Oh,
It's
that
a
was
lot
a good day.
of pressure when you've got Turi on the team, though, because you got to.
You know you have to kill it.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
live.
We've had some pretty eventful weekends, like with golf last weekend, and then we had a Bucks party 2 weekends before that.
Yeah, how was it? I missed
Oh, it was good fun. We did a bit of a sports trivia / pub crawl, a brewery crawl. Did some axe throwing, which was sick.
it. Mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. I want to go back.
It made me realize how little I know about American sports because our mate,
Oh,
it was very much catered to his sport taste.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going, I don't know anything about about NHL, NFL.
but Miles, you'll like this one. So for our listeners, this is the guy whose Bucks party it was the guy who left our fantasy league.
Yeah.
Famously, not really a football fan, just wanted to be part of the community. Ended up leaving.
Yeah.
His name's Neil. Anyway, so I picked 5 sports, all ones that he had teams that he followed. I put that in inverted commas. One was Manchester United, which he always claimed to be a fan of.
Yeah.
So I made him answer an individual question for each round and about the specific team that he followed. So it came round. He'd done really well all day, and it came round to the football round.
He was literally carrying the whole
It was
thing.
insane. He answered every question. Anyway, so it came up to the football one, and I'm like, okay, here for your current, question about football, Manchester United. Who is the current manager of Manchester United? And he's like, oh, fuck. And we were like, okay.
He's like, can I name a previous one? I'm like, no, you can't name Sir
Yeah.
Alex, mate. Come on.
Yeah. And he had, like, if he got it wrong, he had to drink like 4 drinks, or like if
Yeah.
it's, or if he got it right, he had to give 4. And he'd been giving that all day, and we were like, fucking drink it. So it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
All right, boys. I mean, I've been enjoying talking about that because I've actually been delaying the inevitable, which is talking about my points.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
I'm
get
going
into
for
it.
first this week.
How many you get?
It was pretty devastating 32. Lowest of the year so far.
It happens.
Still getting a few returns. My first goal from Eze, which is cool. I was really hoping that he'd have a faster start to this season. But yeah, just my regulars, Bowen and Matoma kind of coming through there. Sucker with an assist. You know, it just wasn't a good week for my back line. Let's just put it that way.
I think most people's back line, it's tough for the defensive
A lot of
plays
goals
out this week.
A lot of goals this week.
Mm.
All right, who's next?
I got 45.
You're next, baby.
Okay. I got 45. I just got carried by Haaland, which
Yeah, sounds about
it could be a bit of a common theme this year, boys.
I think it is going to be a common theme.
Yeah. And Trent, Liverpool kept a clean sheet.
Yeah.
12
one of the
points
few.
from him. And I had Allison on the bench because Liverpool have been leaking so many goals.
And guess Villa too.
yeah, and
I wouldn't have guessed a cleanie, so that's fair.
Palace were playing Wolves as well. So I was like, I'll just go with John Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking John Stone, man. Leaky.
How'd you go?
Mate, the league leader just killed it again.
Oh, mate.
Back to back.
Are you the fucking league leader?
Yeah, baby.
Shut up.
By 1 point. I'll take it though.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been there. I've been league leader more than you, mate. Don't you fucking worry.
So talk us through it.
So 49 this week.
Mm.
Pretty solid. Basically, my front line is just pulling me forward at the moment.
It's a
my
sexy
boys,
front line.
Solanke, Awonyi, and Alvarez.
Yeah.
Alvarez 14, Solanke 7, Awonyi 5.
The question is, though, will it last?
That is a good question.
I know that they've been really good so far, but,
Look, I got the luxury, the fact that two of them are not playing anything but Premier League, basically.
yep.
Obviously, there's domestic cups, but
Yeah.
doesn't add too much rotation in.
No.
So I've got that luck, knowing that I can just play them pretty fresh. And yeah, my mids came through a little bit this week too, with Odegaard with a nice goal and my new pickup, Paqueta. 6
Yeah,
points.
that was a nice little way.
Yeah,
to pick up
dude,
a-
Yeah, it's kind of
wanted
last
that.
minute. I was just like, oh, actually.
Did you see I dropped him?
I didn't see you drop him, but I
Dropped him
just
the
saw
week
him
before.
free. Oh, okay.
Oh no! What? No, I dropped. Never mind. I
Yeah,
dropped Kudus.
Kudus.
Oh,
I got.
Kudus. Yeah.
I was in such a I was looking at those West Ham players. I'm like, fuck, they've been on fire. Fuck, I want to pick them up. And then I ended up picking up Gallagher.
Mm.
Yeah, rough.
Fuck that up.
Chelsea goggles, mate. But yeah, last minute I just saw the Luton fixture. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, should just pick up an attacking player against Luton.
Yeah. And
So,
look
yeah.
what you did.
Smart.
There we go.
Well done. All right, boys. Well, I'm feeling thirsty. I want to get some snack chat going
Oh,
here.
okay. You want to drink first then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that's
Miles
like-
needs it.
Yeah.
Look, for anyone who doesn't know, we're in the start of the season here. Snack Chat's our favorite segment. One of us brings in a snack. The other two rate and berate it. Oh, and they also bring in a drink.
Oh, yeah. Drinks a snack.
So go ahead, Heat.
So
You're
this
on
week to drink, we have a Brookvale Union vodka tropical punch mix.
What will they come up with next?
Who fucking knows? There are so many weird varieties from them now.
Wow.
We're going to have endless
love it.
snack chats.
I've just clocked
Endless
something
snack
as
chat.
well.
What?
6%ers.
I know. I clocked that straight away. I was like, yeah.
My eyes just went straight to it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a selling point.
So
And
1.6.
low sugar too.
Oh,
He's looking after us.
perfect.
Looking after you where I can.
Oh, where you can.
Yeah. I wonder what he's paired this week.
And then pair it with, we've got a little treat from Baker's
Oh,
Delight.
he loves Baker's Delight. The boy is a
little
bread
fresh
fiend.
pastry.
Okay.
We've got these little apple and custard scrolls.
Oh, he shrugged his shoulders when he did that. Do you see that? It's
Yeah,
kind of
it was-
cute.
it was-
He's like,
yeah.
scrolls.
Little scrolls.
Thank you.
Little scrolls. And they got our little flaked almonds on top of them, as well as a bit of icing.
How could you go wrong with that? It's kind of like Pasito.
It has the same kind of color. I'm not surprised, actually.
It's kind of like Pasito. And for those who don't live in Australia, that's like a passion fruit soft drink.
Passiona?
Passiona, I think that's another Aussie one though.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it is very similar
don't
to
you
that,
reckon?
isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Can Hito on all the like alcoholic versions of normal drinks, like the solo
It's
one
my
we had
theme,
earlier,
yeah.
hard solo. That's very good.
This is really good. And the pairing,
oh yeah, I'm gonna
really good pairing.
Yeah, I was just thinking the drink would be quite sweet, so something that's bready just kind of chills it a little
And I can
bit.
tell you got this today. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
It's not
It's fresh
a day
today.
old baked.
No,
This is the
definitely not.
freshest baked good you've brought us.
yeah.
Because I fucking hate anything just even past stale.
No,
Like,
no discount cookies or anything from Woolies.
Do you
dude.
remember those donuts he brought us?
Or
They were like 4 days old.
yeah, 100%.
I bought them that day, but they just
Wait, who brought the caramel?
me. As well.
Oh, you fucking bastard! A 20-year-old chocolate.
I'm definitely hit and miss with the foods.
Look. That is excellent. There's like a creamy thing with.
Yeah, it's a little.
God
custard.
damn!
God damn.
Okay.
I'm gonna take another bite because I need to think about it.
Yeah.
There's a little like swirl bit of custard. It's not like a thick dollop like a donut. It's a little kind of thin swirl.
I'm going. 8.3 on the snack. Love it.
Yeah.
Fresh baked good, a little chewy. This guy, Passiona for days. I mean, that's got to be 8.7.
8.7. Oh, I'm loving this.
Look, I'm giving you an 8 for the baked snack.
Okay. I'll
It's
take
so much higher than I would normally rate that, by the way. I don't know why, but it's really fresh.
It's
and
really good. The almond.
maybe I need some carbs as well.
it.
I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm going to 8.5.
Oh, Jesus.
I had another bite with more almond.
more almond. Yeah, the little
Fucking
crunch.
good.
All right.
And the
Miles,
drink
come on.
is like 9.4.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Dude, I love this shit.
It's kind of like a cruiser. Like, you know.
Yeah, we're smashing 10 of these on a hot summer.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's coming up. Did you see it's 30 on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, boy.
baby.
God, baking.
Let's meet
I'll
up.
go buy some more.
Yeah, please. All right. Without further ado, let's get on to our highlights from game week 4 here.
Let's do it. There's a lot of highlights, man. We got 3 hat tricks to cover.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. That was insane. I mean, in some budget leagues, did you see the people that had like fucking all 3?
Yeah, we had one in our little
oh my
private
God.
league.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we did.
Stubbs.
That's crazy, man. Points galore.
Yeah.
Points galore.
So the first one I want to highlight here is just seeing that transfer of Reguilon to United to cover for sure.
Yeah.
I think it could be a pretty good punt to go with him. It just looks like an interesting one to maybe take advantage of. I mean, that side Shaw's got some decent points. Maybe it'll help them shore up that defense that they've been having trouble with.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Oh,
It
Sure,
just
that
depends
defense,
if they're
baby.
going to continue to play Maguire, because if they got Maguire on,
Oh,
clean sheets
dude.
are going to be few and
Did you
far
boys see
between.
I
him
think
like
Varane's
tackle?
back.
Do you see him tackle Guehi during the?
Mate, the guy's a fucking
Internationals?
fridge.
Yeah,
He's a fridge.
man. They must have been so annoyed when he declined to go to West Ham.
Yeah.
They must have been like frothing off getting him off the books. But anyway,
Yeah.
but United, well, I guess talk about Reguilon leads us nicely into what was an awesome game with United and Arsenal.
It was.
We've got
That
to,
was a
before we
cracker.
go to the glory that was Arsenal's performance, we've got to talk about Rashi's goal. That was fucking nice.
Yeah, that ball from Ericsson
Yeah.
was slotted.
sensational.
Yeah.
Sensational.
Classic Rashi, right? Like the cutback, the little delays, the when will he get the shot off and just
It's
slots it home.
It's kind of exactly what Ericsson was doing last season, and we kind of all backed away from Ericsson this year because Mount obviously came into the team, and we thought that he might affect his minutes.
Mm.
I got another question though. Did you see that Amrabat, is that his name, signed for
Yeah.
United as
Moroccan.
well?
Yeah.
So another-
go Fulham fans are very disappointed.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I don't know. What do you guys think about his effect on Mount's minutes and
Ericsson.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to do with it, but Amrabat doesn't have like the strongest goals and assists performance. He's very much a deeper playing. So if I think someone like Ericsson, it might impact.
Maybe, but I really think that Ericsson is playing himself into that starting 11 permanently, because they need a little bit more creativity. than
Yeah,
just
they
Bruno.
definitely don't need to rush Amrabat in. Like they could easily have Mount or Ericsson or
And
someone.
they might be
sit with
realizing
Casemiro.
that Mount is just like a tantrum, sooky piece of shit, and he's just not going to be what he's hyped up to be.
Wow, you're tilted on him.
Well, fuck him.
You know what? I saw there's been some comments from like Terry.
I saw that as well.
So I didn't-
Spicy.
I know, but saying there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but not necessarily. Did you see any actual details of
No,
it?
it was just like, don't, hate Mount just for what happened. Like there's more going on.
There's more going on.
Talking to Chelsea fans. So
Yeah.
Talking about John Terry, though, do you see him score?
Oh yeah, baby. What fucking reel back the years. There was a charity match.
oh, you played in it?
Dude, Ramirez. Do you remember Ramirez?
Oh my God.
He's fucking chubby now, dude. He
Yeah.
is. And remember how skinny he was? He was
Yeah.
like oh my God. And then he put in a ball to Essien, and Essien scored a pretty nice little header, hung himself up there, and like anyway, we're getting off track here.
Yeah.
Some old fantasy
Miles,
assets.
if Doucouré is in your top 5 to 5 box midfielders in the
Yeah.
Premier League, where does Ramirez sit?
Oof.
He's a classic box to box.
Yeah.
Do you remember that chipped goal?
Oh, the
Like,
chip.
oh my-
Yeah, in the Champions League.
Dude, he had
Oh my
legs
God.
for
Yeah.
days.
That was
He would
so
just run.
class.
He
All I
was
can picture is just
insane.
him running. I can't picture anything him doing with a
Yeah.
ball, just him running.
I know.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
I remember some of his goals. Like they were just, he pulled them out and you were just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't consistent with them, but shit. Sometimes did he just like pull out some cracking goals?
Yeah.
And there were quite a few. He had a bit of a signature chipped goal, which was awesome.
Yeah. Well, let's move on.
I think we
because
should.
Otherwise, we're going to talk about this all day.
I don't know how we got on to Chelsea.
So let's talk about what? Arsenal?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about them.
Boys.
Okay. So, first start of the season for Zinchenko.
Mm.
Look, he looked okay out there, but I think we're going to see more from him. He scored a goal in the international break.
Against England, yeah.
Yeah. So positives there. Oh yeah, and then Martinelli with that lovely cutback to Odegaard for his
Boy.
goal.
Yeah.
Classic Odie finish from edge of the box.
It was pretty nice. Oh, and Havertz's dive.
yeah. Dude,
guy,
he's
man.
struggling, man.
Dude, did you see him just completely duff that open goal
yeah.
chance as well? Pretty open.
Terrible.
Really bad.
He's just got
Lack of
no
confidence.
confidence. It's not getting any better.
I'm just surprised he's put him straight in there.
I know.
Like, ease him in. Like, give him he had so much of a hard time at Chelsea. Like, give him a little bit of time to just sink in, get to know the team. I just think he's chucked him in too early.
I think so. And as a Havertz owner, I'm really tempted just to drop him because there are better midfields out there.
Man.
At the moment he's just on my bench.
Because you think, like, where's he going to have to, whose spot is he going to have to take to be in the places that he's going to be a threat?
Well, what I'm thinking actually is just making the switch from Havertz to Rice
Yeah.
because he's basically a bench player for me. And I think Rice is looking like he's got some goals in him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, he scored a late winning goal in that one from a deflection, but
Very lucky.
it was pretty nice. And then, I mean, it was nice timing, I should
The
say.
marking of that, though. Oh, my God.
Shocking.
What are
Time
they
for
doing?
days.
I know. Then, Jesus as well with a goal.
Oh,
Coming back
What
in.
a finish.
Lovely little finish for the team, from his return to the team. So, Arsenal have goals in
they
them again.
look the fucking team, don't they?
They look
man?
like the number 2 team.
Yeah. They
That's for
do.
sure.
They look so good. They hit the
They
ground
don't look
running.
like the number 1 team. It's hard to look
No,
like the
they've
number
come
1
back
team.
with a fire in their belly.
I
Yeah.
agree. Like, they're not sulking about it.
No.
They've come out. I think just Arteta's doing a great job. I think if you got the Arsenal assets, if you drafted them early, I think you probably did a good job
Yeah.
at this point. Okay, on to our next one. Hito, why don't you tell us about this one?
My boy Savasly.
Yeah.
Nice goal. There was a slight deflection, which I'm kind of weirdly like semi-annoyed that no one's mentioning it. Even though it's like my player and I want him to score, but I kind of feel like everyone's like, oh my God, amazing goal.
That's the one where you kind of like bounced it into the
Yeah, it
ground.
came like volleyed out to him. He bounced it in and it flew in nice and it took a slight little hit off someone's knee, I think, to
Yeah.
take it into. But man, like he looks outside of the goal. Fuck, he is such a baller.
He looks good, and the overall
He's
performance
so
of
good,
Liverpool
man.
was so much better.
Dude, like him just in the like engine room, but also adding like that driving run from midfield that actually has creativity with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
So threatening, man. Like it takes so much pressure off Trent, who's either like dropped into the midfield for the attacking formation that we've kept doing from last season. Sabasai will just like run that channel like deep, which we had midfielders with not much skill doing before.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to bang in some, I think he's banged in a few worldy free kicks historically too. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
man,
he
I'm
has, yeah.
fucking stoked with him.
Yeah, he's someone I probably myself, I just saw where he might be playing and just kind of maybe lowered my opinion of him from a fantasy perspective. I just didn't think he'd have that.
Well,
many
you would,
points in
man,
him.
especially Liverpool, like midfielders.
And
you just-
historically,
it's
like
a-
that position for them.
dude, it's a dead zone for fantasy players.
But now I'm like, oh, did I really miss out on something there? Because
it could be something out of nowhere and it's like a 15 goal season, like maybe.
yeah, in hindsight, it depends where he's been drafted in your league. I don't know what round he went in ours, but I think somewhere around the 4th round would be probably where he should go.
I don't think he'll turn out like a flop and he'll just get 2 or 3 goals. But
Yeah.
it's more does he just go a decent season for what you'd expect, or does he push past that?
Okay.
That's the question mark.
So going from the highs of Sabazlai to the lows of Matty Cash,
Yeah.
and he went from the highs from the last game.
He would have been on a lot of waivers if he wasn't already picked
top
up.
dog for sure, looking good. Aston Villa looking good. Then they fucking lost that game, and he comes in with an own goal too. It's like
Yeah, it was
shit.
pretty harsh on him as well, the own goal.
Savage off the
Oh
post.
yeah, like it's not his fault. But in saying that though,
But the contrast from
The
1 week
punishment.
with 2 goals.
yeah,
to
That's
that.
fantasy.
That is fantasy, man. That is actually fantasy
yeah,
just defined
Personified.
or personified perfectly of 1 week to the next.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Man City because that's the polar opposite of that situation.
Yeah.
yeah. Alvarez.
What a performance by these guys.
I'm just like frothing on Alvarez right now. I mean, obviously you can froth on Haaland, but
Yeah, but it's a kind of
That's old
expected.
news.
at
it's
this point.
expected. It's old news.
It's like he didn't get a hat trick this week. Fuck. It's so shit.
But Alvarez, god damn, is he just like so versatile?
He is.
Like they've just slotted into this position this year, and it's like, fuck me, God, he's
Dude wins the pen, sets up the other goal.
Mm.
such a good pickup at this point. And obviously they signed Doku, but
Yeah, with a start straight in, which we did not think
No.
was going to happen.
yeah,
Very surprised.
classic Pep though. He's
Classic.
just like, oh, let's just fucking
Yeah,
do it.
he's just like, I know, like people. would-
No one else expected.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna fuck with all the fantasy managers out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, that's all he ever does.
He does it.
Did Doku actually do anything though?
No,
No,
but he played.
He got 75 minutes.
Yeah, he played a long time
Okay, and where exactly did he play?
as the left winger.
left wing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Left wing.
Grealish
so
was
Grealish didn't start.
benched.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think that's Pep being Pep.
yeah. It's against Fulham as well, so it's probably a good game for him to get a bit of intro
Yeah.
into the Prem. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Typically, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So not bad there. Anything else? Oh, I mean, let's just go through a bit of the Haaland action. I mean, he's so composed for that first goal.
He's just a beast.
And
he's
the
an
pen-
absolute. He's a freak.
The way he scores the pens too, it's just very Haaland-esque. It's just
Yeah.
smashes at home.
Yeah.
He missed one, I think, earlier this season, but it's like no loss of confidence. It's
No,
just like,
yeah.
no, I don't give a fuck. I'm Haaland.
Well, apparently Pep asked him, he's like, "Oh, what are you going to do next time?" And he's like, "I'm going to score it."
I love that.
At like 200 k's an hour off the boot.
He
whatever
just seems like he's got that like Zlatan mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that it's just like so much confidence
Like
and
God.
skill to back it
Yeah,
yeah.
that you could see him going, like he's already like that. I could see him going even more like that as he
Yeah.
gets older and more confident.
Hopefully, he just doesn't become a cunt.
I like Zlatan though. You don't like Zlatan?
I like him, but there's like a part of him where you're like, there's a little bit too much.
Sometimes his lines are so
Yeah, they are good, but
man.
there's like just a little bit where you're like, oh, I'm kind of glad he's not in my team. Like, I wouldn't want him to play at Liverpool
oh,
because
yeah.
you just like kind of,
but peak. What about peak Zlatan?
oh,
Yeah,
big
but-
Zlat.
I don't know, man. I just
Bicycle kicking from like 40
Yeah.
yards out.
Oh god,
Man, he's
I
just
would
a
want him at
mercenary.
Chelsea for sure.
He's just
That's
a-
what we needed Zlatan. That's for sure. We needed some striker that we can't kill.
surprised you didn't try and sign him.
Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, he kind of found that space for the third goal. I think I'd like mentioning that because he's so fucking good at that.
Yeah,
Mm.
How does he just like turn invisible? Like literally just comes back off, off
he
the
is pretty
shoulder a little.
pasty, so
Yeah, ghost.
it's translucent.
He ghosts them.
yeah,
But yeah, like it's just one of his mad skills, one of many. I think this next one's an interesting one for fantasy managers. Talking about Burnley here, who, we've not seen a lot from with that bye, and they've had some pretty tough fixtures. But they played pretty well in this game. And one of the guys who I wanted to highlight was Lyle Foster.
Yeah, I shouted him in my waivers. I think last pod, he's a really, really good option for deeper leagues and possibly even shorter. He's on fire.
mate, 2 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. I didn't know that I put him in your waivers. I put him in mine as well.
that's all right. That's all right. You can
That's
double
all right.
up.
That's
I'll,
all right.
I'll allow it.
I didn't see it in your waivers, by the way.
And especially with they got Forest then United, like that's not too bad.
Yeah, look, it could be all right. I'd be tempted by it. I mean, I've actually had M. Dooney this whole time. That was someone I drafted just as my third striker.
Mm.
I haven't got really much from him. Obviously, Burnley, as we said, haven't had much fixtures, but we'll see. They're ticking over.
Yeah, and I feel like Company is a really good manager. I think he will be a really good manager, but with the young kids, he's doing a really good job. Did it last year, and I'm expecting him to actually to do it.
And particularly with just one quick one, last one, they got the double game week coming up in a few weeks' time, just after missing that fixture the other week.
That's
So
true.
game week 7, Newcastle and Luton. So
Yeah, okay.
jumping on now, you get an extra little fixture.
Lyle, the crocodile.
Lala the crocodile. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right, next one.
Let's talk about a big fan of the pod, Sonny.
He's
Sonny
a big
boy.
fan of the pod.
Massive fan.
Massive
of our pod.
fan.
Yeah.
South Korea, love us.
Yeah, he reached out.
You wouldn't believe it. Southern Hemisphere vibes,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a thing. They're a Southern
It's
Hemisphere.
an
Asia-
It's an Asia
Asia
football
Pacific,
cup.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk Asia Pacific.
Well, the first goal, I mean,
Little chip.
but even the lead up to it,
Yeah.
that was
So
class. That was
good.
actually, I feel like he learned that from Kane in the build up,
The little
drop
turn.
back,
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
get the ball, play it forward, and then just be there on the
Yeah.
fringe.
Yeah, you're right. But
Yeah.
fuck, it was such a. It's just a spicy finish.
Yeah.
And then that lovely layoff from Solomon for Sun's second goal, and that's the first start for Solomon, who they picked up in the transfer window. Kind of a surprising one that he went there. Not necessarily that he chose there, that they signed him.
Yeah, big enough.
We saw in flashes him being quite good at Fulham, right?
He had the run of like, what, 6, 7 goals in a row, I think it was last
Yeah.
season. It was just this crazy run.
And he's Ukrainian, I think. There was a bit of a story behind him. I think he's
Oh,
a
okay.
Ukrainian guy. Oh god, I could be getting that wrong. Sorry. But anyway, look, I what I remember is he had like a long time before he could play football for some reason. And he
Right.
came back and was just like a bit emotional, got some goals, like
Yeah.
was looking good. So anyway, I don't know how much that interests fantasy managers though. What do you think?
Mate, I think he's super interesting. It looked really good for this game. I can't see them changing that up anytime soon, especially talk with like, I think Richarlison's had a hard time on international duty.
He was crying.
Yeah, like, because he didn't get played or subbed. What, I don't know what happened, but I just saw that he's having a hard
He
time.
threw his toys out of the basket.
Classic.
He is a bit of a man.
He's like, this is the only
Yeah.
place I score goals and you're not letting me play.
Yeah.
But I think there's, the fact that they played so well. I can just see Solomon slotting straight that left wing for the moment.
Yeah.
Sonny up front, it worked. Like,
Yeah.
But Kulusevski, he did score in the.
but he was on the right though.
Oh, sorry. What am I
different
forgetting?
side.
Yeah. So he's taken that like left wing where Sonny would play, or when Richarlison was up front. So I think it's just going to slot straight in. I'd be very surprised if it changed.
What about Brennan Johnson?
Yeah, he might get worked in a bit, but it could be up and down, to be honest. But based off that one fixture, I'd be taking the punt for at least the short term that
Okay.
they might play it. But yeah, Brennan could be a different factor for sure. That's a good point. But I'd still be factoring in Solomon just off that performance.
You got to. I mean, this is draft, and we know that you just got to.
Because Brennan would have
You gotta
probably
take
been
the punt.
owned. Someone would have drafted him already. I think you got to take the punt and hope that he keeps his spot. Because if it works out, man. We've seen the form before. Whitey's loving these fucking little scrolls.
This baked good is good.
So from one Hattie to another, let's move over to Brighton and talk about Ferguson.
Very mixed Hattie, right?
He had it all.
Had it all.
He did have it all.
The shitty poachers tap in
Yep.
off of the terrible save from Pope.
Yeah.
It was
Just-
a good strike from.
Yeah, it
Gilmore,
was, but he just like fumbled it straight
Gotta
out in
save
front of
that.
him. Expect
Ex-Chelsea
more from
boy.
Pope.
Yeah. It's like Bowen's goal this
Yes.
year. Like that should have been saved.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, this week.
though. No.
Yeah.
As a
and then,
bow
yeah,
and
the-
homer, no.
No.
The
I
second, that epic shot from
do. That was good.
Yeah.
The long distance, like
Slotted.
bounces before the keeper
Mm.
into bottom bins. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Bottom
Bottom
gutter?
bin.
The gutter?
The
What
gutter
are we
bin.
calling? What are we calling it?
Got a bins.
Gutter ball.
Got a ball. Hey, let's go bowling.
Sure.
Yeah.
And record live.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
That'll be terrible.
Audio and a fucking bowling
No,
alley.
no. We'll just go we'll go Instagram live for like a couple of bowls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not doing that on the golf course on Sunday either.
Yeah, true.
Come on, boys.
True.
Yeah, look, I think that was pretty stunning, that hat trick. The last was a deflected goal, but geez, it pricked up a lot of ears. But the issue is we've gone with a different starting striker, I think, every single game.
It
Yeah.
feels like it, man. Like it's the rotation is crazy. We knew there would be rotation this year from Brighton, but not 4 weeks in. This has
No.
been like
Off
Joao
the charts.
Pedro, fucking Welbs.
I know, I'm trying to get
Fergie.
it up. I
Like,
know,
it's
but we had
crazy,
someone else
man.
as well. I'm forgetting.
I'm also I've been hearing
And
that
Ciso was there
City-
for the first couple of weeks behind the striker.
You know, City.
right.
City have been interested in Ferguson.
Fergie, really?
Yeah, apparently, they're going to go for him
I
in
don't
the summer.
understand why you wouldn't be,
Yeah.
but I don't get why Fergo would go there.
No, you're not. But like, you see Haaland, man, who's 23. It's like, I'm never playing.
Yeah.
But when City comes, you don't say no.
I don't know. I think
man.
he could be a talisman somewhere. Like you could do. I just sometimes these people get like the
Yeah, but Haaland's going to go to Real. at
Dude,
some
how
point,
many
you know?
times have we seen a young prospect go to the big club and they just downward spiral to
Get sucked into it.
random loans, and before you know it, they're 29 and they've played like
Yeah,
10 games in
just
the
like
Prem.
Fernando Torres. You know,
Yeah.
he went to a big club finally, and he just
and
got
tanked.
And next minute,
completely,
gutter bins.
You know,
I think that's more Chelsea than him.
You dogs. Yeah, look.
like 18, man. He's 18. Like,
Let's
he's
keep
got
it on-
so much
boys,
time.
boys. Let's swing the focus back to fantasy here. Now,
No.
okay. Look, I think Fergo is in most teams,
oh yeah,
with good reason. I think he probably will be the favourite striker,
Well, everyone was
especially after
panicking,
seeing
man,
that.
because they like drafted him super early with all the hype, and he didn't fucking play.
I know, but like after that, it feels like he's just laid the gauntlet.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
let's just fucking do this, boys.
Mm.
There will be rotation, but I think he probably will be the favourite. All right, next. McBurney and Archer. Wanted to talk about these boys.
Yeah.
Another promoted team.
Now, we brought up Archer last week because
We did, yeah.
he got signed by, I'm forgetting what
From
team
Villa.
this is. From Villa to
Sheffield.
Sheffield. Sorry, I was like, what team does McBurney play
The
for?
Blades.
The Blades. And man, did he go off to a flyer.
Yeah,
He had a good season for them last year. I think went a little cold at the back end we were talking about. There was a little bit of doubt whether he'd start, but look at that.
he that first goal was really impressive. Really, really
Dude,
impressive.
so nice.
Yeah.
Nailed the finish, and it was a pretty nice layoff from McBurney.
Mm.
I got to say, like he's
McBurney
really
did well in the championship last year.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like,
Yeah.
like we know he hasn't done amazing in the Prem before, but he's got something behind him. But that, and then even this, the strike for the second one, I know he got lucky, the rebound off Pickford from the post, but like, he was inches, man, from an absolute stunning curler.
Be honest, Tito. When you saw it go in off Pickford off the post, how happy were you?
Very happy.
As a devout Pickford hater, that must have made you very happy.
I was very happy. I was cheering.
Yeah, look, I would just say that it's worth highlighting that he had a good start, and I think a lot of people will have him in their waivers this week, just to try and
Man,
jump on
you
that
have
early.
to. The strikes are so light.
Yeah,
Also, I think it reinforces you got to target Everton fixtures.
at the moment,
Dude,
it's
like
looking
just
like
conceding, sitting
It's-
against Sheffield, like you just got to pick up teams that are versing them.
It does surprise me because I just kind of saw the manager and his kind of philosophy and kind of the back end of last season they did pick up. And that's why I kind of went, I was like, oh, I'll back Everton in the long run. And now I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I think I'll be safe enough to drop defensive Everton assets and pick them up when it's time.
Yeah.
Because I don't doubt that they could come good because of the history of,
Yeah.
their manager.
It's just the amount of weeks. It's like you're losing that
yeah.
opportunities. Like the longer you hold,
Oh,
it's like,
100%.
fuck, I could have had a
It's
cheeky
fucked me
cleanie
this
here
week
and there.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I think that's probably the go there. I think we should finish up our highlights now with a shout out for the main man, it seems, at Palace.
Yeah. Edouard. Really, really, really impressive. And a double assist from Mateta as well.
Yeah,
which
he's
is
had
quite-
a little bit of form too.
Quite an interesting, prospect.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We've shouted out a couple of Palace assets, and one of them being Eze. We talked about him in my team points. He's got his first goal of the season. We might see more from the team as a whole as he starts to tick over as well.
Palace are looking good, and they've got, I think, the 5th best fixtures you mentioned for the next 10 game weeks, which is pretty strong. So there are some options in the Palace team if you guys want to like dig a bit deeper into it as well.
And again, as we said, strikers, they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
Edouard is looking good out there.
and we know how Selhurst Park likes to get bouncing.
Oh, they bounce,
Would
baby.
I bounce? On the shaky legs of an old 85-year-old manager.
Oh, man, he's bouncing. He's bouncing.
The Palace, the Palace, the Palace, and that's the way we like it. We like it. We like it.
Is that their song? That's such a good chant.
It's really good. Yeah, I've been there for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's
spicy. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
really good.
Okay. Now I want to hear your worst and best for this week, boys. Doesn't matter the order, but what
I'll
do you
go.
got for me?
I'll go. My best was just Haaland's first of many hat tricks
Fuck off.
being in my team.
How do you do it?
I don't know.
How do you draft so well?
2 years in a row, I got first draft pick.
Fuck
and
off.
the ways that we do the order are just so random that it's bizarre. It's like that movie Intacto,
Mate, all
the
those-
Spanish movie.
mate, all those
about luck. Some people are just lucky.
I thought you were going to say it's about like human sacrifice because I feel like you've just done some weird satanic shit.
I've
To,
definitely
try not to
fucking done that. You know I've done that
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's like just like
We try
three
not to
dead
bring that up on the
lambs in
pod.
his,
and my worst is, I've already mentioned it, is leaving Allison on the bench. It really, really hurt having my first keeper,
Was it 8
making that
points?
decision. Yeah.
yeah,
8-1.
fuck,
So that's me.
Cold.
savage.
What about you,
Alright.
Heater?
Yeah, you go, Heat.
My worst this week was sucking at golf on the weekend. It still fucking hurts.
Yeah, that's fair.
It still hurts.
That's fully fantasy related.
Yeah. Mate, it's carrying over into all parts of my life.
I hope so.
But then my best is
football.
football related, at least.
Yep.
It was Jesus' goal.
Yeah.
Like, I literally screamed, sit down, when he sat down the defender with that cutback. Because I was like, that's so fucking baller, man. They've just won the game in the 96th minute. It's a breakaway goal, 98th minute.
Who did he?
And he just sits
did he
down.
sit
It's like
down?
Botman or Burn. I don't know which one.
No,
One
no,
of the
no.
lanky
It wasn't
No,
fuckers.
it's United.
No, it's against
Oh, United. Sorry. They had the
Yeah.
fucking black kit on. That's why I'm thinking
Malacia?
Newcastle.
Malacia? No.
I don't know. I don't know. Because they got the weird away strip now.
Yeah.
Oh, the black
Super
kit.
jailbreak.
Super
So-
weird jailbreak. Yeah, maybe Newcastle.
Oh, you're right.
That's why I was thinking Newcastle. But I can't remember who it was now. But anyway, that was fucking sexy, man.
Yeah,
Just
very
like,
nice.
Stop. It's like fucking stank eye him as he slides on the floor and just taps it in. I'm like, oh,
All right, I think my worst is pretty straightforward here. Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's just disappointing
Yeah.
every week. It's going to be. I'm hoping that slides from my worst to my best in the coming weeks. But
we'll see.
I'd block that.
We'll
Maybe
see.
just drop another billion on players and we'll see if that fixes it.
yeah, there is January, isn't there? There's always Jan.
It's always
And there's always the endless pots of LeBron James, the endless pockets of LeBron James. Okay, the best. Mbeumo just rolling past Kirkesh from Bournemouth
Oh, that was spicy.
and just slotting the finish. I loved that goal.
Dude, that was like Kane-esque as well.
It was nice. And fuck, is he looking good?
He's looking spicy.
Remember the first season, he just kept hitting the post? It was insane.
Yeah.
Like, I think he had a record.
The record, yeah.
And then last season, he was starting to tick over, looking like more like the fantasy player. Now I'm like, oh, is he starting to become the finished product? Because
Tony's out.
and
he's
I
got
just
the opportunity.
Dude,
fuck,
th- third
that
season in the
finish was
Yeah.
kind of what we were expecting.
Mm.
If he can get that confidence going, we
100.
know that he can get in good areas. We know that Brentford are capable.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm a little bit frothing on
Mate.
Momo right now.
Such a good pickup.
Okay, now I want to get into our stop, drop, and hold. Now, boys, this is going to seem obvious because we just talked about him, but my first stop is Edouard.
He's got the form.
I think he's got 3 goals in 4 games. Notched in a double last game week. Palace have looked strong. I think all the reasons are there that people should have him in their teams. And if they don't, you should get him now.
Yeah.
Right? Meow.
And they got good fixtures, so reason to trade for as well.
Is he on pens or is Eze on pens?
Oh,
seen
that was
a-
crisp. I don't know. I don't think they've had a pen.
COVID.
I nearly said that.
I
was
think,
like, is it still out of
uh,
context?
I think I don't actually know who the pen taker
Because I haven't
is.
seze them.
'Cause
in
it
a
was
pen yet.
Zaha,
It
right?
was.
Eze.
Is it Eze now?
I'm pretty sure he's on like free kicks, corners,
Okay.
pens. That's why I
Pens.
went for him. I was like,
Goal kicks.
Yeah, okay.
Goal kicks, throw-ins,
throw-ins. Yeah.
water boy duties.
penalties, but also he saves the penalties too.
How fun? We don't play fan tracks, but for the fan tracks players, can you message me and do you get points from throw-ins if your player does a throw-in?
Even like actually
Like a long
goes to your
throw.
player.
Yeah.
Doesn't get intercepted.
Yeah, passes completed. Sure.
Passing completed. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Points.
Okay, any other stops for you
I've
guys
got
this
another
week?
stop. Bit of a surprise.
Mm.
Romero from Tottenham.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tell me his form.
7-6-7-7.
No one was fucking expecting that.
Fucking
from Tottenham,
sleeper,
eh?
man. Fucking sleeper. He's got 2 goals and 2 cleanies.
Yeah, because he scored in the first game and
Yeah.
then got taken off from memory really soon after with a bit of a concussion.
He played 13 minutes.
Yeah, so he had a concussion.
Yeah.
He came off. He was filthy about
Yeah.
coming off. And then, yeah, he's backed it up with 2 cleanies and a goal this week.
Yeah. And he fucking spanked that
Yeah.
goal in this
Oh
week.
my
Like
God.
that almost
Yeah.
could have been a highlight.
That was
But I'm
nice.
just like, I'm like, who's this fucking sleeper, man?
And Tottenham are purring.
Yeah.
There's a
Dude.
confidence, you know.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. There's some sort of
Mate.
confidence going there.
100%.
Okay. Is there any other stops or?
Not right now. We just need a probably one more week of data before a few more stops emerge.
Okay. Let's talk drops.
Yeah, I got this one.
Oh, baby.
Kai Havertz, man.
Yeah, I think we already said that. Yeah,
This
I
guy's
like it.
got to get out of teams. He's just he's
Yeah.
he's useless.
He's not looking good. Yeah. I don't think we need to even say anything else about that.
That's it.
Just drop him.
Just drop him.
Go somewhere else. If he comes good, just hope you're already in last because he's already been fucking up your team. And you can get straight back on him. Heat, you got any?
Yeah, I've got one from my own team that I'm quite tempted to drop.
What's that?
This is a
Levi
dig.
Colwill,
I feel he's attacking us.
Chelsea defender.
Yeah,
Like, I know you had one clean you 2 weeks ago, but man, I just feel like I've got more options out there.
there are. The only thing I'd say is
The
the
fixtures,
fixtures
yeah.
are still there.
Yeah, Bournemouth, Villa, Fulham, Burnley.
Well, yeah, the first two don't sound too great.
But with Reece James coming back, I don't know. Will we see a different kind of lineup there?
I don't know. It just
That's
doesn't give me a lot of
what I was
confidence.
just drop him then.
Yeah, I'm tempted to.
I'll pick him up. I'll drop him.
I just think there's other options.
I honestly
out there,
don't think
man.
I'd pick. Oh, maybe I would.
I reckon if he continues to play, I think he'd get snapped up. But do it.
All right. Who else have you got on your drops?
My other drop is Sancho.
Easy drop.
Easy drop.
I don't know if he'll
no,
play again.
no means, man. The shit coming out of the camp of him not getting in the squad because he's trained poorly. He's come out saying, I was training amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck Ten Hag. Fuck Sancho. It's
Hang
back
on,
and forth.
wait.
Whispers.
I've just realized another thing that happened during the last time we potted. The Anthony shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. What's going on? Does anyone know?
I don't have a
Ferociously
update.
start typing someone because
He's,
I need to
he's
know.
come out like denying allegations of violence or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But man, he's taken a breather for a bit. So there's like a few spots open in the lineup.
So I think now Garnacho's back
Garnacho,
on. He
man.
was a drop last week. He's fucking
Dude,
back,
also
boys.
nearly offside goal as well.
Yeah, he
against
did.
Arsenal
And
too.
it looked a pretty nice goal. Yeah.
But I know that might lead the door open for Sancho, but I think just with the comments coming out, I'm like, I don't feel any confidence in his place in that team anymore, man.
I'm
Like,
looking at a few headlines and it's like Anthony to take indefinite period of absence.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Look, so he's just a drop.
I-
What's going on at United? There's a lot of domestic abuse going
I
on.
know. Going back
Yeah.
to the old days too.
Greenwood,
It wasn't Giggs.
Giggsy?
Giggs have a bit of a thing.
Giggsy.
fuck Giggsy, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I mean,
even,
clearly Rooney's wife was
I was
beating
going to
him up.
say, yeah.
by the look of
It
his
wasn't
face.
that ugly.
But anyway, not to make light of that situation, but anyway,
Yeah.
fuck. It's a bit messy down at United. Have you guys got anything in your holds this week? I didn't really have anything. Maybe I should add to my drops. I'll say, if it wasn't already obvious, Everton defense. I was someone hanging on to them, waiting to see just to get just a little more data. And now I'm at that point where I'm like, they are conceding. It's not looking great for them. So maybe you'll jump back on if they get in a bit of form. But for right now, that defense does not look good.
Agree.
And just one possible hold is still Barnes. I still think that there's room for him to grow in that Newcastle team. And
You got to be patient.
I think you've got to be patient with
He's
that
just
one.
got to grow his wings.
Yeah.
And fly.
We need some Red
Dude.
Bull flying over there.
Mate,
He needs
you
those
need
little
Red Bull.
feathers for his fucking bow and arrow with his celebration.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true that. Okay.
Do you see
boys.
Archer did that as his celebration?
Yeah, I
Ooh.
saw that.
I was like, oh, that's cute.
I was like,
You
Orlando
love that,
Bloom,
man.
eat
Yeah.
your heart out, Orlando.
Yeah, that.
I'm like, I think other players should be banned from doing it, man. In fact, there's an Archer.
Yeah, me
Do
too.
an Archer.
Yeah,
I've been talking to Barnes and be like, don't you fucking do my celebration, bro.
I reckon he'd probably just go
You should do a
And shoot
Barnes
him.
and Noble celebration, whatever the fuck that is.
Barnson, or just like a barn, just be a barn,
Barn door.
barn door. All right, let's get on to fan questions. I feel like the 6% and these Brookvale Union
What?
vodka
6%?
tropical bunches are doing the job.
Yeah, they're brewing.
They're pretty proud of the 6% because look, they wrote it here too under the flamingo. It's not just like 6% alcohol. It's like 6% here too.
They may as well write, "We'll get you fucked up."
Yeah.
Should be
6%.
their slogan.
Well, 6 points. That's what you get with you get a cleanie with no bonus points.
Yeah.
All right, fan questions. Come on, lads.
All right. Fan questions. Got a couple this week. So Paul T wrote to us again, and he wanted to know: is it time to offload March with the Fatty loan deal?
Ooh.
What do you guys think about that?
I'm glad this came up here because we didn't talk about Fatty, and that was who I forgot about as the other kind of attacking
attacker
player at Brighton.
Ah,
I couldn't think of it.
Paul
Anyway,
T's got you covered.
thanks, Paul T. Look, man. Do you think is it March that's in trouble?
Possibly.
But okay, I think we need to calm down. Like how March has scored a bunch of goals. Sorry, 6%. I think March has scored already like a few goals this season. I think he's nailed until he's not. I don't think we're offloading anything until we see him start to lose minutes.
Yeah.
100%.
Fatty's main position has been left wing
Okay.
when he's played, but he also plays like striker and right wing. So he's very fluid. Versatile and fluid, baby. So I just think it works for everything they're trying to do it this season, which is clearly depth in all positions.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what they're trying to cover. They've got someone for fucking everywhere.
But they're not going to get rid of a Premier League proven player that's scoring goals. It's just, I just don't. I mean, if maybe we see a dip in form, but there's no reason right now to drop March.
Definitely don't. I think Fatty's a pick up to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I would not be dropping in just anticipation.
That is exactly what I
when
would
they
have
don't think
said.
they have any.
What a grab from them.
Oh,
On
man.
a side note, like they are attracting good players
Yeah.
with obviously the way they're playing.
Well, it's
but
just the manager, man.
yeah,
Like he will be a big manager.
Because Tottenham were trying to get him.
I think he'll
Spurs
go to
were trying to
Barca.
get him, and then they decided to prioritize Brennan Johnson deal.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the manager. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
sorry. Fatty, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I think Spurs made the right choice there, though. It's a bit more long term. I think Fatty's always going to end up.
Oh, it would have been a bonus to have him come in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What else we got question wise?
Yeah, so first time caller actually. Austin L reached out for the first time.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this.
We love new listeners. Well, I don't know if he's actually a new listener because I think he mentioned he was a long time fan, but
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah,
That's
I think
it's
so.
the classic.
I think so.
Put us on the radio, baby.
I talked to so many people online, so I'm not 100% sure right now without my digits in front of me. But he's in a 12-man draft, and he actually just wants to know, should he hold on to James and Moreno? Because so if you look at his team, I've got it here, and he's got those two injured players. I know that we just mentioned that James should be coming back shortly, but Alex Moreno.
He's got diggers as well at the moment to cover that.
I'm currently trying to get some information up about Moreno's injury.
Yeah.
But James, I'd be holding on to James. We just talked about him coming back.
Unless he's out for months, you got to hold James just because of the potential.
Yep. But Alex Moreno. Look, I'd say because you've got Digne in your
Ding.
Ding in your team.
It says Moreno's coming back this week, but
Dean is playing himself into that position.
I don't think anyone's going to be crazily jumping on Moreno, are they?
No, probably not.
Preemptively
I just think that he was the favoured option
before injury.
and that is something that everyone's been factoring in. He's only really been out of the squad for the first 4 or 5 games. I think the player that he's coming to replace is Cash, though, right? Because Cash was the one that was out of favour prior to this injury, and now he's had a bit of form. So I don't really know. I think Moreno, you probably could free yourself up a spot.
Honestly, I'd be probably looking to drop like Henry or
hang on, you're looking at other players
instead.
Oh, you savage!
just to wait for him to come back. Like from injury, know which one's going to be the preferred, then drop. But I'd be
That's a
looking
good
at maybe Henry or Emerson.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, true. But he's already doubled up on the Villa defense.
He is, but just like if there's someone else out there you like that's a better starter,
Oh my god, I
play that. What we spoke about playing the with that technique of having both of one position,
Mm.
like the old school Chile Cucurella.
Yeah.
Double up, like you're pretty safe with the guaranteed Villa left back
Yeah.
for a little bit.
because it has been an outlet for them
Yeah.
in terms of assists and
Mm.
goals. So
And look,
If he had two really solid other defenders, like that were untouchables, I'd say maybe consider it.
Mm.
But the fact that he could drop a Henry or Emerson and maybe pick up someone who's in
I think
better
you're
form.
forgetting when you're talking about dropping Henry that this is a 12-man league. Like
Yeah.
Henry
That's
is
true.
probably a more highly valued asset. Like, we've never played in a league that deep. I just think that Henry, maybe giving him, it's a bit harsh. And in that kind of context, I think you're definitely keeping James, and maybe you are still punting on Moreno. It really depends on what's out there. So Austin, next time when you hit us up, give us, if you can take some screenshots of the waivers too, just show us what's available, because we love to actually get into that
Yeah.
stuff. I'm sitting here going, oh, I want it. It gives us context.
Maybe with pickups this week, like Regulon's free on the waiver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like depending where you're
100%.
at, like
That's a great segue, actually.
sorry, before you segue, I'm sorry. I'm
God.
I've got to just say,
Seggy.
I just looked at my phone just to confirm that he said that he was in a 12-man league. Because can we just pay tribute and homage to his team in a 12-man? His
Thanks.
strikers are Haaland,
sorry.
Haaland, Ferguson, and Foster. His midfielders are Martinelli, Foden, Bowen, Diaby, and Mbuemo. And like we've already mentioned his defense, but
Holy shit.
how does he get all of those 8 players in a 12-man league?
That's crazy.
Who are you playing with? And get me in this fucking league if
Yeah,
you're playing for
I
money.
Dude,
know.
Because
Even with just Haaland and then the midfield,
yeah,
the 6 of them is like
that's crazy.
It's looking primed. And the way that Bowen's come out the gates.
yeah.
The thing is, like,
How does
he probably
not-
drafted pretty early Martinelli Foden. That's
Yeah.
like his first 3 rounds, I'd say a Haaland, Foden, Martinelli. And then, probably was getting to that point, it was a bit punty with Bowen. That's how I felt too. But like,
Yeah.
he's a consistent, he has been
hey,
consistent
round 4
before.
and a 12 man.
And then people might have just slept on Mbuemo and Diaby or something.
I don't get it.
I'm speech. And then obviously Foster, he's just
You got a draft boys round of applause on that team.
wow.
Was it a 12-man league? Did you double check?
I double checked the message. Yeah.
Even the keepers are good.
That's the first time we've clapped all 3 of us for
Yeah.
a fan. You're welcome,
Austin
Austin.
L, man.
Fuck yeah.
Keep in touch.
Yeah, give us your
And
waiver options,
FYI,
Austin.
he had Ferguson on the bench this week,
Oh.
but they play head to head, and he still fucking won.
Oh,
by
yeah,
12.
it doesn't
Okay.
even matter. The boys.
Okay, that gives a little bit of ease to the pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, send us your waivers, Austin, and we can dive deep into
Yeah, we'll go
defenders
deep.
for you.
We'll go deep.
I
for
can
Don't
you.
need
look at
touch
waivers
any-
all week.
Can you look at mine?
No. Okay, top waivers for this game week.
Talking about waivers.
The
yeah.
D boys top waivers.
Yeah.
This is
Ito.
a sponsored section of the podcast, sponsored by Brookvale
Brookvale
Union.
Union.
Thanks, Brookvale. Sort of for
not
life.
really, not really.
And
But
these scrolls, Baker's
anytime
Delight
now.
scrolls,
Oh, Baker's
maybe.
Delight. Yeah, wow, what a coup that is. I'm going to start with my waivers.
Go for it, mate.
I never go first.
Jump
Yeah.
in.
Jump in.
I'm going Lyle Lyle Crocodile.
Yep, love it.
Miles said it was in his waivers, but I looked back, wasn't there. From another week. I just think that, it's early form, but
2 and 2, jump.
I don't know. Is it there?
Last week.
Is it last
I
week?
did Morris, Foster, Ben Rama.
God. Okay, Foster. I thought you were talking about Ben Foster. You need to be more specific.
You got for first names,
Watford
baby.
ain't here anymore, mate. He ain't here.
He always finds a way back. though.
Wrexham
You
aren't
know
up
he does.
yet. I think he's also
Yeah,
retired.
Wrexham's a
anyway.
matter of time.
I think he retired anyway.
Okay, look, we've already brought up Regulon.
Yeah.
I think that's a good shout. Just a punt.
It's cover, man. Like they're going to play him.
Yeah, and Shaw's out for a while.
Yeah.
The last one is it's punty.
Oh,
This
mate.
is for your 12-man leagues.
Oh, Austin.
Cole Palmer. I
Yeah.
think.
What, to Chelsea?
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
he's gone to Chelsea. They spent 40 mil on him. He looked really good
Just pocket change.
in the minutes that he played. He was like outscored a lot of stats of players that were on for a lot longer. I don't have the stats in front of me. He looked very good. I'm just wondering with that kind of like in behind the striker position, kind of a bit up in the air until Nkuku's back. Maybe that's where he goes. Like, maybe that's where he
Well, there
ends
was
up
a lot of
playing.
questions like, why the fuck would he go if he's not going to guarantee start? And maybe he's been promised like some
Minutes.
kind of role.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I you know me, I love a punt, and that is pretty punty, but a nice one.
I feel like you're doubling down on your Gallagher pickup last week. Just like
I am.
just
I'm literally
rotating
like,
through.
I'm like, bye, Gallagher. I got fucked by that because, like, the week before that, he got pushed up forward, which is something I predicted the week before that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, when Chukwuemeka got injured, Gallagher may go forward
Yeah.
and play in the hole there. He did. And then I'm like, okay, he's a pickup now. Pick him up.
I forgot what team he plays for.
No, yeah, but he ends up playing the deeper role. And then, what's his face? Enzo plays further up.
Yeah.
Enzo. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, but that's another thing I said could happen. I'm fucking full of good info. Anyway, boys, someone else give me some pickups here because we can't talk about my great ones all
All right,
week.
first one, I think Atsu.
Yeah.
Or I think it's just too. What is it? Atsu.
Atsu, yeah.
Atsu. Yeah.
It's
Like I just think
Ansu.
Ansu, fatty.
That's Ansu.
Ansu. Yeah, I thought it sounded weird out of my mouth.
Oh, not Atsu, Ansu.
Ansu fatty.
Oh,
Atsu, I
Yeah.
don't think plays in the
Sorry,
league
yeah.
anymore.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone.
Hedo,
Yeah,
that's
what I
not a
meant.
good waiver.
That's what I meant.
All right, so Fatty,
Yeah, I think that's
All
a
right.
good punt. Like
Farty.
new player coming in, he
Party.
was super lively at Barca. Like
Yeah.
Just lively.
fuck, he would
Full of
be-
beans.
He could be amazing. I think Rice to double down on your shout earlier, Marlo. Like he just gets goals every now and again,
does.
particularly the deep leagues.
Yeah.
And an Arsenal who are a lot more attacking than West Ham.
Yeah.
That could turn into 8 goals a season. Like
Yeah.
which could be a solid.
That is thrilling.
It is, man. It's just that consistent.
And the
like,
assists.
man, you never know. And then finally Solomon.
Yeah.
I think you just got to jump on it.
Me too. Yeah. I like it. Look, I'll round us out. My first one's actually Raul Jimenez. I know that he didn't haul or anything. He played City, but I watched that game and he really, really impressed me. I think he's
Passing
brewing.
the eye test.
Yeah, the eye test is there.
I got the
he's-
assist.
Yeah, he got the
Yeah.
assist, but he could have got a little bit more from the game as well. He didn't, but I think that he's actually got something to come.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, mentioned before, Christian Eriksen. I think that he's playing himself into the team, and I think Ten Hag realizes that United just need a little bit more creativity and someone that's going to actually get the assists, just not Bruno and things. And yeah, last one, we mentioned Cameron Archer. Amazing performance. And, got to take it with a grain of salt. But, strikers are few and far between. So you got to jump on that
100.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck, what a good pod this week, guys. And I mean, it started out with like a lot of low energy from Miles. Like, I literally walked in and he was like lying on the couch, fucking like in the fetal position,
Yeah.
hugging a pillow.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's over.
Look, it's been.
It's over. It's
I
done.
should just go
We're
home.
done. We're done.
I wanted to go home.
You've turned it around big time. You're all bright eyed. You got a little 6% in you, a bit of low shugs.
Boys, let's fucking go out.
Yeah,
Let's go
I'm
out.
keen.
What are we doing?
Monday night.
I hear it's late night at Baker's Delight this week.
BDs.
Really?
Yeah, so we can just hit up more of these fucking
No,
scrolls.
let's go bowling. Let's go strike.
Oh,
Let's go chats with strike.
that would be good. You know
do
what
it.
time I have to wake up tomorrow? 5:30 a.m.
Oh fuck that.
That's all right. Just stay awake.
So I'm going home.
All right.
That's too
All right.
early.
And on that note, we're
Peace
going
out.
home.
Peace out.
Ciao.
Bye.
Draft Boys.